everyone, please stand up. May I call Miss Singayo to lead us to prayer? Amen. Good morning, grade 9 Dalton. Before you sit, kindly check if there is a trash under your chair, and if it has, kindly put it in our trash bin. Okay, you may go back to your seat now. So I'm going to check your attendance. If I call your name, say present. Agarado, Agbon, Imas. Very good. Everyone is present. So every class, I want you to keep all unnecessary things inside your bag. And I also want to remind you our classroom rules, which is be punctual, be respectful, listen to your teacher's instruction. Um, Raise your hand if you want to answer or if you want to say something. And lastly, do not talk when someone is talking. Yesterday, I gave you an assignment. Kindly bring it out so we can check it. Okay. Now you already done checking your assignment. So kindly pass it forward so I can record it later. Okay. So what we discussed yesterday. Yes, Miss Agbon? Yes. Yesterday we discussed appreciate literature as an expression of philosophical and religious ideas. So, why do we need to learn or appreciate literature as an expression of philosophical and religious ideas? Yes, Mr. Juban? Yes, appreciating literature is important because it can help us identify, it can help us understand the cultural identity, a reflection of societal values, and connection to human experience. So, what did you learn from our discussion yesterday? Yes, Miss Nicole? Very good. It seems like you really listened to our discussion. So now, I have a activity here. It's called Explain Yourself. The instruction of this activity to explain choose one of this quotation and explain it based on how you interpret it. Okay, Miss Pino, you're raising your hand. Very good. Yes. Miss Nicole, very good. Yes. Okay, very good. The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself. Why? Because we tend to change ourselves. We never understand ourselves. We give our all attention to somebody instead of giving your attention to yourself. Instead of knowing yourself, what you want, what do you like, you tend to change it. You tend to change it because you want to fit in the society instead of embracing yourself. So next, okay, um, Mr. Atop, very good. Um, Miss Ismael, very good. Okay, forgiveness is really powerful. Why? Because it can help us. It can help us. It can help our mind and heart put in peace. And uh, yes, it can help our mind and heart put in peace. So Now we already done in this activity. We will now proceed to another activity, which is called Find Us. So here is the instruction. Find the words in the box and write it in one fourth sheet of paper. I will give you 5 minutes to finish your activity. Time's up. So now let's answer your activity. So what words do you find in this box? Very good. Drama. So next, poetry, literature, fiction, prose. Very good. It's it seems like everyone got a perfect score. Okay. So now what? So I have a question. What did you observe in our activity? Yes, Miss Duong. Very good. This activity has connection to our previous discussion. And based on our activity, what is our discussion today? Yes, Miss Bosque. Very good. Today, we will discuss literature. But we also until now we still discussing literature. But what are we doing now? I choose one poem, and you need to analyze it as a means of enhancing yourself. So, um, before we proceed to the discussion, I want you to read our learning objectives. Students can read the first learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to analyze the poem using literary devices. When I distribute the paper, you need to read it silently, and later on you will analyze it. Next, read the second objectives. Reflect on personal experience in relation to literature. After you read the poem, you need to reflect on your personal experience based on literature. So read the last objectives. Perform a poem using literary devices. After the discussion, we will have activity and you need to perform a poem. So now, here is our poetry. Before I will distribute the paper, I will put our visual aid here first. So, everyone kindly distribute this paper to your classmate. Okay. So, that paper contained a poem entitled A Poison Tree by William Blake. I will give you 10 minutes to read the poem. After that, we will analyze it. So, you may start now. Time's up. So, now, can you read the first stanza of the poem? A Poison Tree by William Blake. I was angry with my friend. I told my rat did, and I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my rat did it grow. So what have you observed in this in this poem, the first stanza of the poem? Yes, yes, very good. In the first stanza, uh, in the first and second line, the speaker communicate to his friends about what he feels. In- yes, and in the third and second stanza, he did not communicate to his foe. Instead, the he suppressed the negative emotion until it grew. So In this first stanza, we have two characters, which is friends and foe. So now we will proceed to second stanza. Read it. And I watered it in tears, night and morning with my tears, and I sang it with smiles and with soft, deceitful words. In this second stanza, what visual imagery uh, does the speaker use in this poem? Yes, Miss Agarado? Very good. The speaker used um, imagery. And what kinds of imagery the speaker used? Yes, Miss Singayaw. Very good. The speaker used visual imagery. Because in this second stanza, upon reading this, we can imagine how the speaker nurtured his wrath to his foe by fierce tears, and whenever he saw his enemy, he gave him a fake smile. So now, read the third stanza. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright, and my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. In the third stanza, the growth of, so in the third stanza, what have you observed? Yes, Mr. Ato? Very good. Day and night, um, the wrath, the anger, the wrath that speaker felt to his enemy has growth, which is bore an apple bright. So we can say the bore an apple bright, he tend to avenge himself. So now, so in this third stanza, what literary device the speaker used? Very, Miss Liza, very good. It is a visual imagery as well. So in the fourth stanza, kindly read, and into my barren stall with the night had dwelled the pole. In the morning light I see me outstretched beneath the tree. So how can you how do you analyze this fourth stanza? Yes, Mr. Andre, very good. Oh, um, uh, Miss Imas, very good. In this first stanza, it says that the speaker, when he saw his enemy, whenever he is suffering or in a difficult situation, he really happy. And until this poem ends, the wrath of the speaker did not resolve. So, what is the central metaphor of this poem? Yes, um, Miss Agbon, very good. The central metaphor of this poem is anger as a growth tree. So, what is the symbolism the speaker uses in this poem? Um, Miss Mr. Gonzalez, very good. Tree. So, what the tree symbolize in this poem? Very good. The tree symbolize the anger, the growth of anger. So what the other symbolism here in this poem? Very good. The apple. So apple, it means a temptation. So it means the speaker attempt to avenge himself. So what the other? So what the theme of this poem? Yes, Miss Ishmael, very very good. The theme of this poem is nurturing anger and hatred. So, upon reading this poem, what did you realize, Miss Ipili? Okay, very good. you upon reading this poetry, you will realize that suppressing anger toward our friends or foe without communicating it, it's really dangerous because it might ruin our someone image, and also it will destroy our mental health. Very good. So now we already done to our discussions. Now we will proceed now to our activity. So here is our activity. Before that, let me take off this visual aid first. So in this activity, I will group you into five, and the counting will start at Miss Agbon. So now you can start. You may now start counting. So now you already have a group. So the group one will stay at the right side in the front, and group two in the middle, and group three at the back, and the group four at the left side at the front, and group five at the back of the left side. So here is the instruction. Go to your groups and share your takeaways about your life experience after war. Write a poetry and perform it in front of your classmates with style and tone. But before that, I would like to. We have a criteria that you will base it to your activity. So kindly read the criteria. First criteria, relevance to the theme, like 10 points. Next, creative style and originality, 10 points. Presentation of poem with confident intonation and expression, 10 points. Total of 30 points. So, I will give you 20 minutes and you may start now. Time's up. So, now I will call the group one to present to perform their poem. Okay, thank you. The score of uh, group one, first relevance to the team, 10, because it is really related to our team. Second, creativity, style, and originality, 8 points, because it is also original, but they have no style. They are not creatively doing presenting their poem. So 8 points. And presentation of poem with confident intonation and expression, it also a 5 points. Total of 23 points. Now we will proceed to group 2. Thank you. Group 3, proceed now. Group 4, group 5. And the score of the group 5 is to the relevance of the team, based on the relevance of the team, 10 points. Creativity, style, and originality, 10 points. Presentation of poem with confident intonation and expression, 10 points. A total of 30 points. Congratulations, everyone. So now we already done our activity. So I have a question regarding to relate our discussion. Have you ever experienced a situation where you choose not to express your anger? How did that decision affect your feelings over time? Yes, Mr. Astilia. Yes, you already experienced it. And how it affects? It affects you on it affects your mental health because whenever you see you saw whenever you see I mean whenever you encounter your enemy, you feel irritated. You really hate him or her. But in yourself, according to yourself, it is a you are not happy whenever you encounter your enemy. So reflect on how open communication has played a role in your relationship. Are there instances where better communication could have prevented conflict? Yes, Mr. Atal, very good. Miss Sibilia, very good. Mr. Ocklary, very good. So so everyone agreed that communication is key because when we communicate, um, when we openly communicate to our friends or to our friends what we feel that or you say that you are offended to their words, 100% that the problem will be solved. So here's the last questions. What lesson you take from a potion tree to apply in your daily life regarding conflict resolution and emotional health? Yes, Miss Nicole, very good. Miss Tricia, very good. Miss Hannah, very good. So now we already did our reflection to the reflection. We will proceed to our um, new activity. So before that, let me take this off so I can we can put the other visual aid. So here's the instructions. In one whole sheet of paper, write one stanza of poetry. Afterward, exchange your paper to your seatmate and analyze their work using literary devices. So I will give you 10 minutes to do your activity. Time's up. So now let's check your activity. Exchange. You don't need to change your. I mean now. Um, you don't need to change your paper to your statement because it's already changed. So we need to change. I mean rather we need to check the activity. So now we already done checking the activity. Kindly pass the paper forward so I can record it. So now and so now we already done. I'm going to give you an assignment that you need to pass tomorrow. So here is your assignment. Instruction to your assignment. In one housewives, think about words that describe yourself using your name. After that, in the back of your paper, write a poem where the first letter of each line describes yourself in a phrase. So this is the example on how you do your assignment. Here, take a look. And this activity, this assignment is called a prostate poem. So now you already have an idea on how you do your assignment. Did you learn something today? Very good. So everyone, please stand up. Goodbye, class. So see you tomorrow.